Guys, welcome to the review, and today we're going to talk about Hermes. He's the newest addition to the Disney Sorcerer Arena squad, and he's going to be probably the next coming group, or part of the next coming group that is going to be dealing with probably Hercules, as we got Pegasus and Hermes. Probably we're going to get Zeus and Hercules in a big event, kind of that limited event, similar to probably like a Maui and Moana, where they only come the two of them and you have to unlock one before you get the other. Hopefully it's not super difficult to unlock the characters so that we can get Zeus and Hercules, so I'm really excited for them, but it may be a little bit something like that. So at least that's what I'm predicting. But before I get started, I just wanted to quickly just say, if you were interested in the content that I'm producing and you like what you're seeing, if you have any comments or anything, please hit that like and subscribe button below. Hit that bell for that notification. That way you know when the next coming video comes out and you can see the latest information that I'll be able to put out for you guys. So just wanted to get that out there. Now, let's talk about Hermes. So Hermes is the god of speed, and we're going to see what his basic stats are right now. His offense is 45, defense 18, health 270. He is a support character, so his speed is at 110, which is, I don't believe, something I've seen before in a support role. I think they're usually at 100, like plain. I don't remember seeing 110. Usually when I see 110 in the beginning, it's been Dash and Go-Go is the ones that come to mind that have immediately had 110 in speed. So this is going to be a very interesting character. He is a mythical character, so it's going to help out with that overall mythical squad. But let's see how he is after we level him up. And we always put at 30 for testing. So now his offense is 110, defense 44, health 1366. Let's level his gears up. Alright, so we got tier 3. Could go a little bit higher, but I'm going to save off for now. And let's look at his base stats now. So his base stats right now is offense 160, defense 78, health 1996, speed still the same. He is a 2-star character starting off when you first unlock him. I got really close, or I'm getting really close to only get him at 3 stars right off the bat. And the only reason, by the way, I got this much to work with is because apparently there was a login or some type of mix-up happening within the system, and the developers decided to bless us with the tokens for this particular character specifically. So I got 40 tokens, and that's how I was able to do this video a little bit quicker than I normally do. So thank you, developers, for your mess up, and I got the free tokens. I really appreciate it. All right, let's go into his overall abilities. The basic deals up to 53 damage to a target opponent 3 times. Not bad. If this character has haste, perform the follow-up attack, dealing to 53 damage. So essentially, if he has haste, he could get it 4 hit on this particular character. Obviously, this is a 2-star, so 200 in overall scheme of things is not a lot, but it's cool to see that type of style in these type of abilities. So I'm really curious. All right, so at level 2, the follow-up has a 15% chance to extend the duration of haste by 1 turn, guaranteed if it's crits. So that's interesting. I don't remember seeing anything like that. So their developers are really creating some new things that are attaching to these characters. So it's really interesting to see. But this 15% chance to get another haste duration or extended duration is pretty cool. The guaranteed if it's crits is probably, I'm assuming, if he has already a guaranteed crit on there with the haste, it'll do it, or it's guaranteed it'll be 15%. I'm not really sure. But anyways, that's level 2. At level 3 with a gear 5, gets a 50% damage increase. And then at level 4 with a gear 7, each hit increases this character's crit chance by 5% until the end of the ability. So basically, for every 4 hits, if you can do 4 hits in total, you get 20% chance to get a crit chance on the hits themselves. So not bad, pretty cool. Let's see the next ability. Next ability grants this character haste for 1 turn, so you essentially want to do this first before you do any basic. If this character already has haste, this character and adjacent teammates gain 1 of the following for 1 turn: offensive up, crit chance up, crit power up, tactics, and unstoppable. So this is pretty cool. So as long as you get 1 haste the second round in rotation, probably you can get more out of it. If hopefully you could get a character that could apply haste for him, and probably like if you do pairing off with a Kristoff and you do that taunt that he does, he applies that ability to whatever support role it is, which I believe is haste. So this could help out in the initial startup of your character or your battle with your opponent. So not bad, and that's really cool that you get to, it could be random, it sounds like, from all the offensive up, crit up, power, tactics, all that. So that's pretty cool. At level 2 with a gear 5, if this character has haste, grant 10% speed meter to this character and adjacent teammates. Interesting, very cool. And then at level 3 with a gear 7, get a 5% speed meter increase. So really cool. Obviously this is definitely related to the character. Obviously he's the god of speed, so there's a lot of speed based type of abilities associated with this. But for the only weird part is that it's only so far 1 turn. So, and these cooldown lasts is 3 turns. So I'm not sure how effective this character is going to be if there's no haste on there, because it only applies haste or additional abilities when haste is applied. So you're going to have a good combination with this. Maybe that has something to do with Pegasus or Hercules when it comes in, or Zeus. We'll see. Next special deals up to 153 damage to a target opponent. If this character has haste, deal 153 damage to adjacent opponents. Okay, cool. Extend 1 helpful effect, excluding taunt, on a random adjacent teammate. So depending on how you position them, they could get an additional offensive up. So basically, if let's say you put your 2 offensive characters in the front and you put him in the Hermes in the back, then he will be able to apply a haste to those characters, thus increasing their speed to attack again. So that's not bad. That's really cool. Positioning definitely is going to be key with this particular character based on this ability. Now at level 2, if this character has haste, extend 1 helpful effect on each adjacent teammate instead. Okay, so basically instead of being 1, it'd be 2. At level 3, with a gear 5, get a 50% damage increase. And then at level 4, with the gear 7, get 1 helpful effect extend. So instead of being 2, it'll be 3. So interesting type of combination, but let's see in gameplay. And then this is his passive. On turn end, if Hermes has haste and at least 1 teammate, do the following: grant haste for 1 turn to a random teammate. So I guess if he has haste, at the end he will then apply a haste to any random teammate on his team. So again, really cool type of idea. I'm not sure how well it's gonna work, but hey, I'm curious to see how it works in gameplay. Now at level 2 with a gear 4, grant this character 10% speed meter. Okay, not bad. At level 3 with a gear 6, get a 10% speed meter gain. So I'm not sure if he gains it or he applies it, but I would imagine he gains it. And then at level 4 with a gear 8, if teammate is mythical, grant them 5% speed meter for each helpful effect on them, up to a maximum of 3. Now that sounds like if you pair him off with a mythical squad, then he will be able to apply this to all these particular characters. So that's what it sounds like to me. But to get to a gear 8, that's going to be really hard to do. So I'm very curious to see. Let's try him out in some quick gameplay. Alright, I got my squad put together. Since this is a hero character, I put him with other heroes, and I mainly put 4 mythical characters and obviously Elsa, just so I can finish this up once I have a good idea of how he works. So let's try him out. Alright, so immediately, because he's the god of speed, he has an immediately a reason to be the first one up. Obviously, that when we saw the stats, he had 110 on his speed, so this makes sense as to why. And now that putting 2 and 2 together, he's the god of speed, so of course he's gonna have the highest speed, so that makes more sense. Alright, well, let's see. This one, I believe, extends helpful effects, but this one gains haste on him. Alright, there you go. And he grants 1 helpful effect to another team. Wow, immediately got hit. Let's control that. And this one gains attack. Okay. I don't play with Malachor very much.
Alright, so let's try that.
Alright. And you can see he applied the haste off the end of that. It's not bad. Alright, let's try his basic out. Okay. Alright, let's do the other one. Interesting that they were choosing Merlin every single time. Alright. Okay.
Really applied the other haste. Well, I finished.
Alright, got him done. Alright, so Hermes is just okay right now. I wasn't really too impressed with everything. This one special right here was really cool because it applies haste. But the problem is that unless he has haste on him, you can't get the additional abilities on here. So you really need to pair him off with additional characters that could have that haste being applied to this particular one. Because this one too, like this one, it deals that, but if he has haste, he gets another 153 damage. So everything revolves around haste, and if he can't apply haste to himself for a longer period of time, it doesn't make sense. So I guess when I was reading that content update, when it says about content or things being quantity versus quality, I think they were telling us there that there's a lot of stuff that it can do, but it can't apply the duration long enough. So I think what's failing in this particular character is the duration that he has his haste on here. He should have haste pretty much all the time or consistent enough. He can apply it, which is great, but this cooldown right here for this one is too long. This one is just right, and this one's probably the best one, and you really need to get to level 2 to make it more effective. But this one to me is not really good in the sense that other than the haste, it's hard to really put into words. Like, I really have to collect my thoughts on this, because this one I was really hoping it was going to be really mind-blowing type of character, very similar to like Hero was a mind-blowing kind of character. But for him, unless you have the haste, it's kind of like undervaluing his ability. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Anyways, thanks so much guys for watching. Really appreciate you taking the time. Hit that like and subscribe button below, and make sure you hit that bell as well so you know when the next one's coming out. So thanks so much. Have a nice day. Bye.